Tell me a little bit about your journey and where Rock Creek is today.
Yeah, so in 2006 is when we went to the assessment center, came out with a full recommend. Took us about 2 years to get the church launched. So officially the church started in 2008. We were 12 years portable. We moved into our first permanent facility that we built on 30 acres of land. We built that building, and 12 weeks later, the pandemic hit. So we had 12 years of portable, and then 12 weeks in our building, pandemic hit. We weathered that storm, and now we've built another facility, and God has sustained us through all of it.
You were telling me it took you 20 years to grow what?
Yeah, it took us 20 years to become an overnight success. Everybody sees the glory of what God has done, but very few know the story. That the faithfulness of being in the grind when no one noticed or no one knew us, God is now blessing us in this season. And I think it's because we were faithful in the season when we were unknown.
Yeah, so hundreds of people being faithful, serving the gospel week after week, set up, tear down, and now you have thousands of people. You're expanding, you've planted churches all throughout Vision, Texas. Tell us a little bit how you gathered pastors in Texas to do church together.
So, in particular, there are specific areas in Texas that are absolutely booming with growth. I would say 90% of our first-time guests at our church are from California. And they'll say, we're from California, but we're the good ones. And we're like, hey, you're welcome here. We're glad you're here. But because of the growth in certain metropolitan areas, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, there is a huge need for new churches. The town to the north of us, the current population is 11,000. It's projected to be 300,000 in the next 20 years.
Wow.
So because of that growth, planters are looking for Texas to be a landing spot for them. So a lot of them are just coming our way via the interest in Texas. And then other ones we're finding just that are Texans that are already in the area that just because of the population growth, there's no shortage of people. And we're seeing more people come to Christ in brand new churches. So the idea of church planting, the idea of doing something new in Texas is a huge deal right now.
Tell me a little bit about a decision you had to make as a pastor, a planter, that required faith more than certainty.
Oh, well, that would be definitely navigating the pandemic. We were fortunate as a church that our state opened up 10 weeks after the pandemic hit. And we had to make a decision when we were going to reopen our facility. That was a step of faith to say we're going to reopen for public worship when a lot of churches weren't. But more than that, I think this season we're in right now was building this next facility. The fear of what if a pandemic happens again? And I had a mentor say, what if it does? God sustained you through the first one. He can get you through the next one. He's bigger than all of that. And so that faith step to go in again, build a 45,000 square foot facility, a 12,000 seat or 1,200 seat auditorium. All of that was a step of faith in our ministry.
One thing I know about you, Brad, is you care about faithfulness to God, doing ministry with God. And you once taught me we weren't meant to carry the pressure. How does that statement go?
Yeah, so if you carry the pressure of ministry, it will crush you. You're meant to carry the presence of God, not the pressure of the ministry. I will say this, if you carry his presence faithfully, and he sees that he can trust you when you're not known, he will give you the things that you need when its time is right. But if you're crushed under that pressure, you'll never get to that moment. And so God's faithfulness is incredible when you're faithful to him.
I love it. Well, thank you for planting churches in Texas. Thank you for investing in church planters. We're grateful. Is there anything you want to say to church planters?
Let's go, Converge. All we have is victory ahead of us. Let's go and let's get after the call of God on our lives.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.